Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me Adya Ramdev, third year student at Shahid Sukhdev College of Business Studies. Today we have with us Om Kharola. Say hi Om.
Hi.
Om got into ISB's YLP. Understanding from Om, what made him apply to ISB?
Alright, so as some of you and most of you might know, ISB is one of the most reputed MBA colleges in the country. I've always wanted a global education right from my undergrad, but I've always also wanted to make my life in India and work in India. And as such, going abroad has never seemed to be a great idea to me in that sense. So in ISB, I think it is one of the unique colleges in India in that it offers you as global of an education as you can get in India, while also having the kind of employment returns or the kind of placement returns that you would get in some of the best colleges in the country. So, which is why I was always very keen to apply on ISB right from my first year, and I think I've been working towards applying to ISB since the very first year of college.
Okay. Would you help us understand what is this YLP program?
Right. So YLP program, it is now scrapped, but it is the Young Leaders program. It was designed for people with 0 to 1 years of work experience to enter ISB after getting 20 months of work experience. So basically, I would get an admission now, but I would be able to join it at a future date when I have gotten 20 months of work experience. The idea is to get students who are still in either in their undergrads or have just started working to be able to get some experience and then join the MBA program. This is because most of ISB's students are people who have a large number of years in work experience as compared to the other good MBA colleges of India, and it was designed so that people can get work experience and then join ISB but have an admit at hand so they can try new things in the 2 or 3 years they choose to defer their admission.
Would you also tell us about the new program which has replaced the previous program?
Right. So the new program now is PGPYL. It is also a program designed for people with 0 to 1 years of work experience. I think the major difference is that it is an immediate program. So once you get an admission, you join immediately, as compared to YLP, wherein you would work for a couple of years and then join. I think that is the major distinction, and that is something that you should consider before joining your program, whether or not you want to get work experience before you join an MBA. I think you would have to do additional research on that. I haven't applied myself for the YL program, but I think this is the major differentiating factor, that your entire class will be people who have 0 to 1 years or 0 to 2 years of work experience, as compared to YLP, wherein your class would be the same as the flagship MBA program.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now we'd like to know about your process of getting into ISB.
Alright, so I appeared for GMAT in my second year with the aim of applying to ISB and other colleges. I was able to get a good score, and then I decided to work on the rest of my application. I applied in my pre-final year, which happened to be very lucky for me because the program is now discontinued. So there were 2 stages before the interview. The first stage was just an essay round where we put in some of our basic details about our educational qualifications, schools, college grades, any other achievements, any other activities, and another essay. I think that round had a relatively high acceptance rate, at least for people from our college. The next round was the round where you had to submit your GMAT score and another essay and your CV. I think this was the most eliminative round of the 3 rounds. This is including the interview. And I think a lot of people either chose to not sit for GMAT and just abandon the process midway, or did not get a good enough GMAT score, or did not have a great CV. So I think there was a lot of elimination in this round. I think that is the second round. And the third round, of course, was the interview for ISB, which happened offline in Mumbai.
Fair.
Yeah.
Would you like to give any tips to the kids who are planning to apply to ISB?
Sure. So I think ISB is a more unique college in India as compared to some of the IIMs, in the sense that they look for a more holistic profile. It isn't just a GMAT score or just good academics that they're looking for. They're also looking for you to have some extracurricular achievements, extracurricular interests, basically have a life outside of academics as well. I think apart from just doing well on GMAT or just doing well on your academics, which are also very important. Obviously, you also should prioritize things outside of your curriculum, things outside of what your college or your school has taught you. I think I personally had chess as an extracurricular activity. I had my internships to show for work experience. So I think that becomes very important. I think if you think of it in very simple terms, I think four things for me I've personally felt were very important. One was of course academics. Second was your GMAT score. Third was your extracurricular activities, and fourth was the work experience, or like the internships, life projects, or any startups that you've worked with, any NGO that you've worked with, any volunteering work that you've done. I think all these four things become very important. So I think if you want to apply to ISB, these are the four areas that you should constantly be working on. I also think that you should start planning a little earlier if you want to apply to ISB, so that you can work on all four of these things and not just apply with great grades and a great GMAT score and feel like that is enough. I think that is more or less it. I also think that again, for the YL program, you should decide whether or not you want to have some work experience before you join your MBA, and if you do want to have some work experience, how much of it do you want to have before you commit to any MBA program, not just restricted to PGPYL, but also to any MBA program that you might come across. I think that's about it.
Thank you so much, Om. It was
Thank you,
very
Adya.
insightful. Thank you, guys.